Tyresö Municipality is a municipality in Stockholm County in east-central Sweden on the coast of the Baltic Sea. Most of Tyresö Municipality lies within the Stockholm urban area. History. The first humans arrived in what today is Tyresö Municipality somewhere around the 30th century BC. It would not be until about the 7th century that permanent settlements would start appearing, though. There are some graves and other remnants left from this prehistoric time. The Tyresö estate has its origins in the 14th century. During the 17th century the estate was at its largest, covering nearly the entire current area of the municipality. The Tyresö Palace and Tyresö Church were built during this century. Tyresö was an important industrial centre in the Stockholm region between the 16th and 19th centuries, thanks to the water mills that could be built on the streams between the lakes. The water wheels in the municipal arms represent the three hydropower facilities at Nyfors, Udby and Folbringströmen. The industries included rolling mills, grist mills, forges, paper mills, sawmills, and a brickworks. None of the water mills are left today. The Udby mill burned down in 1895, and a hydroelectric power plant was built in its place, which still stands today and is the only such plant in the Stockholm area. During the early 20th century, the large land area of the Tyresö estate began to be divided into lots, and summer cottages began to be built. Some quite luxurious ones were built in the Breivik area. The rate of construction increased rapidly in the early decades of the century. For the 1950s onwards, the summer cottages began to be converted into year-round dwellings at a rapid pace. For the 1950s onwards, Bollmora experienced a huge expansion rate, especially after the legislation Lex Bollmora in 1959, which allowed municipal real estate companies to operate in other municipalities than their own. A municipal centre formed in Bollmora, Bollmora Centrum, which was inaugurated in 1965. The Million Programme put its distinctive print on Tyresö as well, especially Bollmora. Many of the apartment building areas come from that program. During the expansive phase from the 1950s onwards, the population of Tyresö has grown from about 5,000 to just over 44,000 at present. The Bollmora Centrum was rebuilt in the early 1990s to be an enclosed shopping centre, and renamed Tyresö Centrum. In August 1999, a large wildfire destroyed about 10% of the Tyresö National Park. Subdivisions. There are no administrative subdivisions of Tyresö Municipality, but there are some other formal and less formal subdivisions. Districts. There are three main districts in Tyresö. This is a kind of everyday reference subdivision to refer to the different main parts of the municipality. Bollmora in the northwest, consisting of apartment buildings of about 2 to 8 stories high, terraced houses and detached houses, and some industrial areas. The municipal centre, Tyresö Centre, is located here. Trollbacken in west, consisting mostly of detached houses. Gamla Tyresö in the east and south. The eastern area consists of detached, semi-detached, and terraced houses, and summer cottages, a large part of which are being converted to year-round use. The Tyresö Palace and Tyresö Church from the 17th century are located here. In the south there is a large forest, containing about half of the Tyresö National Park on the Tyresö side. Urban areas. Population of urban areas within municipal borders. As of 2000, Breivik Peninsula, 1,556. Rackstad, 537. Stockholm, 36,483. Residential areas number or inhabitants per residential area as of 2006. Bollmora 14,861, Trollbacken 11,916, Krasboda 3,773. Tyresö Strand 3,517, O-Ring 2,536, Brevikälven 2,101, Lindalen 1,828, Southeast Tyresö 860, unspecified 84, total 41,476. Geography. The vast bulk of Tyresö lies on the Södertörn Peninsula, with some islands in the Baltic Sea, of which Agno and Hazo are the largest ones. There are many lakes in Tyresö, being part of the Tyresön lake system. In the south there is a larger old forest, of which a part is in the Tyresö National Park, and other large parts are in other nature reserves. The terrain is typical for the region: low hills and valleys formed by the last ice age. The highest point is at Telegrafberget, 84 meters above sea level. Tyresö has a land border with Stockholm in the northwest, with Nacka in the north, and with Haninge in the south, a lake border with Huddinge in the west, and a sea border with Värmdö in the east and northeast. Public transportation. Tyresö is served by the county-wide public transport system operated by B.St. or Stockholm's Lokaltrafik. Tyresö is one of the few municipalities in Stockholm County without rail connections. Most of the bus routes connect to the Stockholm Metro at Gullmarsplan, but there are also buses running directly to and from central Stockholm. Twin towns. Tyresö is twinned with CESI's Latvia, Porvoo, Finland, Savonlinna Temple, France, Wejherowo, Poland. Notable natives and residents: Ingvar Carlsson, politician, a former Prime Minister of Sweden; Tony Magnusson, professional skateboarder in the 1980s and 1990s, owner of the Osiris Shoe Company; Thomas Enqvist, tennis player; Peter Pohl, writer, currently lives in Tyresö; Johan Garpenlöv, coach of Djurgårdens IF Hockey, and former ice hockey player for the Florida Panthers in the USNHL; Ellie Avram, Bollywood actress, model, dancer and television personality; Olaf Kybia, professional CS:GO player for Fnatic Sports. The following sports clubs are located in Tyresö Municipality: Tyresö FF, Tyresö EFF Royal Crowns, Handvikens SK, BK Satnäs.